Hello and welcome to the channel. Nowadays, data related terms are very popular and people want to know about these terms. People want to make careers in data related fields and businesses want to benefit from the power of data. But there is a problem. There are sometimes too many terms which confuse people. For example, there you often hear terms like data science, data mining, data analytics, data engineering, machine learning, business intelligence, and then of course business analytics. So this difference in terms sometimes leaves people scratching their heads. What is, for example, the difference between data science and data analytics? And how is data mining different from data engineering? So the purpose of this video is to try to explain similarities and differences between different terms. So the first question is, why are there so many different terms related to data? So there are two reasons. One, people from different backgrounds tend to use different terms. Second, dealing with data is quite a complex thing, and there are various stages involved in dealing with data. Uh, these different terms help provide focus on various stages or various aspects of dealing with data, which in turn helps develop specialized technologies and specialized tools and techniques for dealing with those aspects of data. So let's try to understand these terms. But before that, let's try to understand what stages are involved in dealing with data. So, one way to classify those stages can be this. First, when data is generated somewhere, we need to ingest it into some system. For example, there are sensors which are recording various measurements. We need to capture that data and store it somewhere. Uh, the other the other thing can be that we are actively looking for data, we collect data and then store it somewhere. Once the data has been stored somewhere in databases or in some files, then when we need a certain chunk of that data, we need to extract it from those files and databases. And once we have extracted data, we need to clean it, because data is not always in the form that can be readily analyzed. For example, data can have unwanted fields, it can have unwanted information, there can be missing information. Okay, so we need to clean data. And once data has been cleaned, and if we have obtained data from different sources, then sometimes we need to integrate that data. For example, if you are evaluating the performance of say a sales staff, you might be needing data from human resource information system, commonly abbreviated as HRIS, and then you might be needing data from say a sales software or point of sales system. So you need to integrate those data, and after integrating, you sometimes need to transform your data. Data might be in the forms that is not required, and you need to change the types of different variables, and you sometimes need to rescale variables. So this part is called integration and transformation. And once data has been transformed, and integrate it, then you can visualize data by making charts and graphs. You can also explore data with descriptive analytical techniques. You can, you can calculate different statistics and try to make sense of data. And once you have explored data, then you can move on to building statistical models and testing different hypotheses. I'm not going into details of statistical modeling. And sometimes then you move on to the next level, which is building ML models. Statistical modeling is something different, and machine learning models are different, which help you get predictive power. And when you develop machine learning models, you need to test and validate them. And once those systems have been validated, you need to deploy them somewhere and monitor them. For example, you have developed a machine learning model that predicts whether an incoming email is spam or a normal email. And then once you have developed that model, then you deploy it somewhere on your, say, email server. But you do not forget it after deploying it. You need to keep monitoring it and improving it. And the whole point of this exercise is to get reports and insights on which you can base your decisions. So these are some of the stages involved in dealing with data. Another person might come up with a different classification, but in general, these are the stages that are involved in dealing with data. Now let's look at these terms and which aspects or which stages of dealing with data these terms are related to. So these are the steps or stages of dealing with data, from data collection to reporting and decision making support. Now let's come to the first term, which is data engineering. Data engineering deals with first few stages, that is data collection and ingestion. A data engineer helps build the database systems and in which to store data. Data engineer also helps extract data and clean and pre-process it and integrate it. The next term is data mining. Data mining per se is not concerned with data collection and data storage. It will come into play once we have collected data and stored it somewhere. So this deals more with data extraction, data cleaning and pre-processing, data integration, exploratory data analysis, and statistical modelings to find out patterns. Okay. The next term is business intelligence. So business intelligence, much like data mining, is concerned with extracting useful information, but it also involves visualizing data. And finally, the focus of business intelligence is on reporting and decision making. Then if we use the term data analytics, so data analytics is concerned with data cleaning onward, but it does not involve, say, machine learning model development and their deployment, but it of course focuses on reporting and decision making support. Then we have machine learning. So machine learning is more concerned with the development of models, but before developing models, you need to extract, clean, pre-process, and integrate data. And finally, data science is the term that encompasses all of these things. So if you want to use one term that covers every aspect of dealing with data, you can use the term data science. But what about business intelligence? We have seen what data engineering, data mining, business intelligence, data analytics, machine learning, and data science are. But what is business intelligence? What is business analytics? So business analytics is application of all these things for business purposes. I mean, data analytics or data science is not just about business. I mean, data science or data mining or data analytics can be applied in non-business contexts. For example, in government, in public sector, in say science, but these are not necessarily always concerned with business. But to provide the focus or to highlight application of all these things in business context, we use term business analytics. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you.